Okay, I think we're live. Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm Braxton Wise. This is Third Coffee Studio. Okay, I was a little bit late today. I seem to be late for these streams a lot lately. I mean, I'm only by a few minutes. But you know, still, late is late. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. Make sure everything's working. It's a slow day. It might be a short stream. I have a lot of I put off a bunch of work, a lot of website work for the last couple of weeks. So we need to do that. I want to get more of it done tonight, though. So yeah, that's the plan. Actually, I have more stuff that I need to do today, so I can get those things done during the week. I've done a lot of like furniture rearranging lately. Also, Walmart had a good sale today, and there was for the last couple of days, and there's like this wire rack that was on sale. Like, wow, I was like, that if I get that, I could put my printer on that, I could consolidate a bunch of stuff down here, put a table in another room. Just, it's an upgrade. It's nice. It'll give me more space. This monitor is messed up. Okay, well, which one did we put you on? I still don't know what to do with this, but we'll do something. I mean, we could go back to, I mean, this is the game console, this ball here. It's a game sphere instead of a game cube. That's the joke. Okay, that's all desk itemry. Monitor there, and that's all one piece. So let's I'm trying to think of how I can alter this without screwing up the work I put in. Alright, I think this side is fine. I think it's a little too short on this side. If I just here, let's do a capture here. Well, it's not really a capture. I guess my brain is just using words. I'm gonna capture the box. That's how my brain thinks with me. So we'll grab onto this on that layer, and then just bump that in. And hold on, where's my... I have like a little gizmo that I use for visually measuring stuff. Where is you at? It's not in my jar. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back. Found it. It's a little device, looks like a pair of chopsticks almost, but they're hinged at the center, and it's what I use for like transferring measurement to canvas. And for checking proportions. What's it called? Proportional divider. Okay, that's too much. That moves over too much, so back a little bit. It's hard to see because that line, the marching ants is always hard to see because it's like at least a pixel or two wide and it's too thick. It kind of takes up its own measurement amount. Okay. I think that works. Alright, let's did I pick that color? No, I'm on a different thing. There. And I was basing these angles off of this, so if I just kind of swipe this off without messing up that corner. Trying to match this angle. This is a little fuzzy right here because I was just making it look like a rounded corner. Oh, it's making me self-conscious now. Here, just go back. There. Okay, I think that's gonna be fine. That'll work, and I'll grab the airbrush here. Just to soften that corner a little. I don't like how that works though. Maybe I'll just leave that alone. Although it is freaking me out. Alright, let's see if I can just handle this by hand. Oh, turn that on. Oh, that's a problem here. Turn that pressure opacity on. I definitely hit this in a way I didn't mean to. It's not supposed to be like that. I was probably just tired yesterday. Hey, yo, super cool guy. Make school right. Oh, that's a good reminder. We were gonna do that. I didn't not write that down. I need to. We'll do a sketch of it, and we'll see if we can fit it in there. Why is that doing that? Turn off. The sketch. Maybe it's a sketch giving me a problem. Here, why? Okay, maybe it's just too subtle and I couldn't see the thing, but there's definitely something on the page kind of giving me some interference. We'll look up a thing real quick to here, this might be helpful. Oh wow, I did not see that. All right, hold on. I did not see those things. Alright, we'll look up a thing for reference real quick. Let's see. Did I download one? I don't think I did. That's the wrong thing. Okay, open a tab and then School of Rock. Rock poster. Hey, Lucid. Oh well. Thank you for the sub. That's awesome. I was not expecting that today. And just in case you're in an ad, I will repeat that later. Wow, I'm so quiet there. I apologize, I'm turning it up right now. I just get caught up in what I'm doing and I just start mumbling to myself. Oh wow, that's way louder than I expected. Alright, let's have a look here. Here. Okay. See you soon, super cool guy. Also, thank you for coming by. I always appreciate that. This could be good. But it's the musical, but we could use the logo bit. I am awesome. Thank you, Lucid. Also, thank you for the sub. I imagine you're caught up in ads. I really do need to to do an ad break. It's just that if I do, then anyone who's watching on YouTube is sitting there going, why are we waiting while he does nothing for 3 minutes? It's because it doesn't do that to YouTube viewers. It only does that to Twitch viewers because of Twitch. Hold on, my dog wants something. Okay, we're back. My dog wanted water. I had washed her dish and had it in the drainer drying. And she was like, where's my water? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. It's over here by the sink. Oh, there's a little Etsy poster. I guess this is the one that everyone would want to see on the thing. This is really the only one. It's hard to draw this from the side. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute here. Let's open that in a new tab and let me go to a BRB screen for a second. Here, don't I have like the privacy screen? I love how this thing, how OBS completely ignores my scroll. It's so good. Hold on, now I'm caught up in trying to find this thing. Why is all my stuff in the wrong spot? I know I have one, but OBS again is making it difficult. Short break. Really? Where did it go? Alright, well there's a scene source that's somehow missing. Did it do that during an update? Because I noticed it monkeying around with my stuff last time it updated. Alright, well we'll just go to a BRB screen. I don't know. I'm not a fan when things like that happen. What's up, Gameon? Welcome back, cool guy. Save image as. We're just gonna save this real fast to desktop because the computer wants to be difficult. Alright, we'll grab that. Alright, let's move that over. And we'll see what we can do. Let's import this. We'll just drag this over into, let's see, I should have it miscellaneous there. And this is not WebP. We should just be able to bring that open. Let's put this just here on the desk thing for now. Now, why is it doing that? Stop it. Okay, let's try to position this if it lets me. Welcome in, Zyler. Alright. Feels like nothing wants to work today. Whenever I see a random frog picture, no matter where, I start to think, I wonder if Braxton Wise has seen this. You know what? You might even be right if you thought, I bet Braxton Wise has seen this. I think I've seen every frog on the planet by now. Frogs get brought to me, pictures, gifts. There's no shortage of frogs in my life. Except for pets. I unfortunately don't have a pet frog right now. Go back to that. Okay, I need to figure out where's the room lines. Is that in the sketch layer? That's the Frankenstein sketch layer. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's get that over here, and I have to angle this so that it looks like it's in the room. It can't just be like this because the walls aren't flat here. So, I don't know. Is there some way that we can apply something to this? Let's just liquefy. How do we do this? There is definitely a way, I'm sure. Let me see if I can look something up, if it's even possible. Why was 6 afraid of 7? I think I know the answer, but I'm not gonna spoil your joke. Go ahead. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Oh, there you go. Because 7, 8, 9. You gotta watch out for 7. Seven is dangerous. Alright, hold on. Perspective ruler. No, I don't want that one. Can I perspective transform? No. No. Yes, what is it? Hold on. Because I just want to know how to move it independently. What do you call a cow that... Okay, I don't know. What do you call a cow that does maths? Edit transformation, mesh transformation. Okay, hold on, let me look. I said, what do you call a cow that does maths? I'm participating in a joke. Hold on. unless you're asking what I was saying to myself, I was looking for the transformation tool that I'm reading about right now so I can change the shape of this poster. Edit. Transform. Free transform. Hold on, Control Shift D. Is that on this little dealie? Ah, that's what we wanted. Okay. Calculator. Okay, that's one I did not know. I did not know that one. You got me on that. You see how we're doing this? I'm trying to make this look like it's in the room here. Going along this wall here. So if we do this, and I'm just eyeballing all this. What does that look like? Does that look like the perspective is right? I think this top edge isn't quite there. It's not gonna be like that. It's not gonna be like this either. Let's see, I have this going to the center of his head, I think, roughly. So this, visually follow that to there. All right. Sort of like that. Okay. And then we squeeze this a bit. And I won't be able to see this part. This backwards. But these are not straight. Okay, if I do this, boom. Wait, was it Control Shift T? Well, I don't have that thing on me again. Transform. Because it messed this up again. There. Weirdly, it straightens out when I have one off. Bro, what's up? What's up? What do you call a bear that has no teeth? I don't know. Okay. Let's get the room lines in here too. We'll vector the room lines. Yeah. Oh, that's for the crystal ball vector. Okay. Okay, and I don't think I wanna. Well, we'll continue to use that one, and I'll put the room. No, I can't because the room vectors will be on that. So let's do another thing for that. A gummy bear. Okay, that was a good one. Also, Gummy Bears was one of my favorite cartoons as a kid. Baby's making straight A's. We stuck the dumb days. Wait, what? What am I'm missing? Is that a song? Okay, why am I not? Well, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Really? You know, they did a reality show based on it, and who was it? Gene Simmons did it. He was the dude that went in and taught these kids how to do, you know, how to play their instruments from scratch, and then they had like a performance. Just imagine being like 12 years old and Gene Simmons. Well, it probably doesn't mean anything to them because they don't know who the hell he is. But when I was 11 years old, I knew who Gene Simmons was, and I would have just been flipping out. Braxton, what did he say? What, Lucid? He was singing the lyrics to the song. Baby, we was making straight A's, but we was stuck the dumb days. So it's lyrics from the song from the movie. He says it's from the end of School of Rock. Okay. I've lost my train of thought. Room perspective, yes. That's what we want to be on. I'm a fan of Tenacious D. Well, Tenacious D is the little band. It's like a two-man band. By Jack Black and this other dude who's a friend of his. I think they're like personal buddies, right? Like bros. I'm a huge fan of Tenacious D. I'm a fan of Jack Black. I think he's great. I've always liked him. Okay, hold on. I'm just... There we go. Get my head back together. Straight line. We're making room perspective lines. Okay. Let's see, what line size are you? And let's grab black. Do we want black? Well, we can change the color later, probably. That looks fine. So we want that to be thinner, maybe? Okay, and I have a button in here that I programmed for just quick editing my vectors. So on my shortcut thing that I recently bought, there. Alright, let's see if we can do some perspective. Some just eyeball perspective. Make sure these things are straight. Which they may not be. I was just looking at this thing trying to look for the vector. You see there's, if you look, the pixels get offset when the line isn't straight. So you can see like a little break in the line. So if I turn off this room line, off the sketch, yeah, all right. You can see it break a little bit. I can probably align this too, and I just don't know how to do it. Because don't they have like a thing? for that. Okay. Let's do this. Because it wasn't... Yeah. So it needs to be above that anyway. We can adjust later. I just don't like doing it. I'm gonna watch School of Rock for a bit. Okay. Thank you for hanging out. And have a great day. If we don't see you again today. Let's see. Go to there. It's getting hard for my eyes to see these little things too. That little pixel break that I was talking about. Okay, I think that works.
Infinity. On a distant planet, our galaxy, Android.
No, I don't want it like that. That one's almost spot on.
Dystopian nightmares. Human era. Infinity. On a distant planet. Our galaxy.
It's probably not even.
Android. Evolution.
Like right to there. No, that needs to be different. If we just took a line from here. That's about right. Why am I obsessing on this? Because I'm me. Simple answer. I know there are other tools that are better at doing this too, but let's grab this. This needs to be up higher. I think that's about right. Hopefully, I don't want to have to redo that. Hey, pretty please don't make me redo that. There's too many steps involved in that mess. Nah, I don't want to mess with that though. It's just too many steps. What was it again? Control Shift T or some mess? Well, of course it's on the wrong thing. I'm on the wrong thing. Wow, all day process. Okay, let's do just a quick sketch of that on here, and we're just gonna trace that off real quick. It's gonna be impossible to do these letters. There. It's also backwards. It's weird because which way do we flip it? Because it's imported that way. We didn't flip it the other direction. Wow, am I gonna have to do that all over again? Alright, let's see if we can trash it and bring in another one. I'm not sure why I did that. It's nothing that I did, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, why is it coming in backwards? You know what? I'm a moron. And don't agree with me. I will kill you. Like, why is this coming in backwards? Just no one say anything. You know, just shut up and say nothing. Nothing happened. It's fine. We have to meme the words differently too. We have to do something. Let's do use my airbrush for sketchery. And this needs to be its own poster. So let's grab a folder. Okay, School of Rock. Put that in there so we don't get messed up. I know it's tedious to go through all this. You know, I hate it. Okay, let's take this. Go into posters. There. And rock sketch. Okay, here we go. Is it still off? Yes. Alright, let's fix that real quick. Hey, yo, woo woo. Welcome in. That's no problem. It is no problem. I think that works. It got offset when I did this. Yeah, okay. Let's see how detailed we can get that. Turn off pressure opacity. He's not going to get any detail from that distance. I think it might be easier to even just mash in a general face. I probably will do that too. We're not going to get really anything. There will be no detail. Again, we're doing this in the interest of time. Is that a bow tie? It's sort of a bow tie. Okay, use this. Oh, I was going, well, thank you. It's good to see you. I like hearing things like that. I don't hear that often enough. Let's see. I need to change this shortcut thing. From Alt to from color picker, right? Because that's I. Okay, let's change that. Canvas. Where's the thing for shortcuts? Is it in file or edit? I'd imagine it'd be edit because you're editing the shortcuts, but you know. Crap. I really wish they'd make this searchable. Oh, here it is. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. You can get drilled down into sub-menu after sub-menu. If they just put a little search box, that would just be so good. Well, then why is it doing this? Well, there's some kind of a alternate key that I have for this. Maybe it's a modifier that I'm missing. And maybe a modifier is doing this. Yes, okay. How do I turn that off? None. Okay, and then we'll see. That's Alt. Why did Alt choose that? No, it's still doing it. It shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. Because the problem is it's highlighting these up here, and that's how I end up opening up windows outside of this when I hit another key. So why is it doing that? I just turned it off. It should refuse to do that because I have this set to Alt. That's the Alt key. I don't know. This is stupid. Just dumbass software written by dumbass people. I hate incompetence. Sorry, I'm just a little worked up because now I have to go through the process of hooking this thing up to a USB cable to reprogram this to try and get rid of this problem that this is giving me. What's up, super cool guy? Welcome back. Right. It's just an extra process that I really didn't want to have to mess with today. Just multiple steps involved in doing this crap. So since it won't stop using Alt for the eyedropper, we'll change the key to the official shortcut. That way it doesn't take my focus to the outer edges and mess my stuff up, because it's difficult. This thing gets up here and then deletes an entire thing because one of these got highlighted and I hit another button and it just, you know. There, so now when I press that key, I get eyedropper, but it doesn't highlight these things up here. So I don't know. It's because I don't have enough time to dig around in the settings and figure out exactly why it's ignoring the thing I told it to do. Now we'll just try to skip past it. Hopefully. So I think this is working. I don't even know if we're going to do individual letters. I think I might do this as oh, this is too thick. Crap. Oh, that's right. God damn it. Well, I don't know what to do now, because it's just messing everything up. It won't work. I can't use my brush sizing. So we either have to deal with it constantly screwing with me, or allow it to screw with me in some other way. There's no world in which this thing does not mess with me. Like, there's no option for, how about just not? There has to be some reason why it's doing this, other than random waste of time. Modifier. Shortcut. Which one would it be? Because I just went to both. Alt. No, because it does it for the tool. Right? Just whatever. No. Just cancel the thing. Clear it. God. It's gonna flip me out. I swear it. It's gonna be right here in front of everybody. I'm gonna completely lose it. There's like an hour, like at least 45 minutes of wasted time now. Like my tolerance level is really starting to dwindle. Alt. No, that's a normal thing. Hold on. Because now YouTube joins in and kicking down at me. There. So let's see if we can take more abuse today. I don't want it to do this. Why is it doing this? Now you're gonna watch School of Rock. Okay. I'm not understanding why it's messing with me like this. This shouldn't be happening. What is common? Shift space shouldn't also. These are such weird things. What is going on with this thing? This is the eyedropper. If we go specific to eyedropper, Control Alt. But what does it do? It's not saying anything. None. I don't want to be doing this all day. And it's not doing anything. I don't want to have to mess with this. I don't like the thing opening up my menus when it shouldn't be. And I don't want to have to learn to deal with it either. I want it to just turn off. Just turn off. It's literally all you have to do, just stop. And it's not going to stop. And this won't do anything, right? Can we do anything while this is open so we can test it? No. We have to just close everything out and hope that it did it, but it didn't do it. I know it didn't do it. It 100% did not do it. Is it one of these things where it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't? No, go back to the brush. No, see, it's just shifting. It's not doing the thing anymore. What layer are we on? Why is it doing that? And that's got me confused. Oh well. Have to open this back up. We have to go to the tool. No, I don't, but I don't know what else to do. Guess I just switch this back. I really don't want to learn to deal with it. I want to just get the thing I want. But there's not enough time in the day to do this. It's either that or just quit the live stream or spend the next 3 hours working on it. This is stupid. Is nothing working now? Is it glitched out? I didn't reset, so... and it does nothing. And nothing is recognized now. Yeah, the color picker now no longer works. I did set that to that, didn't I? Where is it? Why does this thing keep disappearing? I'm pretty sure I didn't close it. Is it just closing because it wants to? I did not close this thing. Didn't I minimize it? That should be Alt. But it isn't. Okay, color picker is back. I guess we go back to this. If I can find it. try it again. These just don't really get sharp enough. But we are pixelating on a, we are zoomed in pretty good. Let's see. Did I do, well, because I shifted this over to make it harder. All right. Oh, they're completely on the wrong layer as usual. Where was I? It's down here. I don't need all that either. It really made a complicated poster. All the extra bits and pieces in here and weird pose. Just a solid thing in the middle. Let's check that. Might fill in these things on the poster too. Might be easier than drawing those center parts. What I want to do is figure out something else to call this, something else, some other words. But I don't know if it would be easily readable. Oh, that's on another layer, isn't it? Where are you at? Let's turn that red. So I don't ghoul of shock. Oh, that could be good. That's something to think about. It's gonna be complicated to draw that. Hold on, where'd it go? Did I turn it off? I did. I don't know if it's readable, but I'll see if I can do that. The font, it seems kind of difficult too. It's kind of like that Rolling Stone magazine font, which is probably why they did it that way. You know. I think yeah. Because it definitely has like Rolling Stone cover art look to it. Or magazine cover look to it. So, Ghoul of shock. Well, we could just make it Ghoul of rock instead, because that would still be workable. It'd be a simpler change and fewer letters to rearrange. Did I have him on a thing? I did. Here, let's do this. What are we gonna call this? Letters, and that's gonna be that. I'm gonna erase this out. The other stuff. I'll put him on a separate layer. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Let's bring that down further. There. And we can see better what we're doing. Yeah, the airbrush does make a finer line. In case y'all were wondering. These will never be seen, but I'm not. I just want to get the information on here because I'm not sure how I'm going to treat it. I may just lump it all into a blob You know, if it's not readable. I turned the opacity off. Yes, I did. Okay, here's the L. Let's see if we can fake this out and make it look like ghoul. So this is going to be let's get rid of that. Oh, so we keep this one. Just draw through. Like it's not there. Oh yeah, I was getting ready to talk about earlier. Well, I was late to stream. I was looking at sewing machines again. It looks like the more expensive one that I was gonna get has a lot of issues, or is kind of a mixed bag. So I'm probably gonna get the step down from that. Just because it has better reviews. Which kind of sucks when a company has like some stuff is awesome and other stuff is hit and miss. It's like it's hard to trust them. Like, why do you sometimes fail and then sometimes create something awesome? Why don't you apply the awesome to the failure and correct it? I'm a man of many interests. I like to make stuff. Of course, we had to take sewing in school when I was a kid. In home ec, we had like 2 mandatory years of it. I learned how to cook and sew, which helped me because I, you know, that was awesome, learning how to do that. I like not being dependent on stuff. I like being able to make my own stuff. Yeah, you know, the thing is that you can learn anything. You just have to really want it. Talent is created when you want it enough. You can be like, hey, I'd like to play guitar, but I'm just not talented enough. You know, you have to play the guitar first. You develop that later. I think some people think you have to be born with something. Some people truly are born with some kind of magic, but most of the time it's just that they work harder than everyone else does. And you just don't see them do all that hard work. And then you go, God, I wish I could do that like that. I wish I was that lucky. You ever had people do that? Like you do something and then it's like they discount what you do by just saying, wow, I wish I were gifted like that, or had that gift. You know, they call it a gift or something like You know? Like, gee, I wish I had something handed to me and I didn't have to work for it. Like that passive-aggressive kind of thing. My mother was actually a home ec. Oh, neat. She taught my high school when I was a junior and senior. That is very cool. So you guys you probably learned how to do all that stuff. Cooking and sewing are two incredibly useful things. Okay, so this is school. We're gonna turn this into ghoul. I want to leave the H there. Okay, let's get rid of this one. How do we make a G in this font? I wonder if that's a thing. Let's see. The Rolling Stone magazine font. Rolling Stone font. Rolling Stone font generator. I just want a picture of it, that's all. So that's completely unhelpful. And I don't want to dig around to my Rolling Stone, to my I have a program that organizes my fonts and stuff, but I don't want to have to dig that out and mess with it. Can I just see the letter, please? Here, just do a G. Here. Oh, hold on. Oh, I can type in a thing. How about that? Can we do that? Here, look. This is what I did. See? And you type your thing in and it shows you. Isn't that the right font though? Just show me the actual Rolling Stone. Royal as is that what it's called? That looks more right. Okay. It's a little roundy. It doesn't look like the right font to me, but at least it's giving me... Yeah, that's probably the right one. Freshman is probably the right one. That's probably what they use. Yeah. Well, it's like a combination almost. It's like a yeah, kind of like a high school freshman font. Well, I don't know, freshman font. It's like a high school letterman font mixed with something else. All right, so let's just keep it here. Hey, Footlicker. Shut up, my skull. Wait, hold on. You're actually using it? What? You mean the machine? I don't have a sewing machine yet. Unless I'm mistaking what you said. Here. I'm trying to put this poster in this, this game. This is definitely not the right font, but at least it's given me an idea of how we're going to change this ghoul. How's it going to be? Like this? This is the H. Got my eraser here. Where's the thing? Alright, we'll go straight up like this. And give it a little I don't like that. Don't like it. Oh, you. Like that, and just take out the top part. We could put the little serif things on the U as well. That's gonna be difficult. Let's just go back to that. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Cool. They're all kind of jumbled up. Anyway, it turns out that the one that I thought would be the more heavy-duty one, it is, but it also had a lot of issues that people were reporting. I'm like, I don't want to be saddled with something like that. Go for the one that has rave reviews. I don't think that K is going to work out well. No, it doesn't. That's right. Because we're just doing this. There. It doesn't need that extra stuff. No one's even going to see this. Ghoul of Rock. Done. With way too much fuss involved. I'll extend the H over just to fit that down in, because everything else is sort of mashed together. Ghoul of Rock, and then we'll do another one above that. Jack Black sketch. And there we go. I thought we were done sketching, but we do have some other stuff to do. And we will put him in front of that as well. I don't want that underneath. There. Let's just give me some basic shapes here. We're going to drop in real fast. Later when I paint this in, it's going to be just mass tones. There's not going to be any detail for this at all. It's a side thing, so we're just going to just do this real quick. The painting is what's going to really do it. Bow tie. Jacket lapel right there. Just a general mass over the fingerboard. Oh, does that have the strap button? Hold on. That's weird. I thought the Gibson thing was at the corner. I didn't know it was back behind the thing. I was just looking at that. That's weird. Is it? I guess it is. Okay. That's interesting. I thought the strap button was on the corner of Gibson's, on the horn, the bass horn specifically. Yeah, that looks fine. The pick guard in there. It's not even plugged in. I know I'm going to regret sketching it this quickly. Later on I'll be like, why didn't I draw this better? That looks fine. Just a sketch here. Of course, this might be the whole stream, as is often how my streams go. I start off feeling good, then we have software problems. Then I feel like crap for the rest of the stream because I can't stop thinking about the software issues that won't go away. These just could be blobs in the background. Wow, what is wrong with this child's leg? She needs like a brace or something. Leg brace. It's just some mess on her head there. I'm not even gonna bother with drawing all these individual bits. We just want mass tones back here. They're so small, man. Just even attempting detail is a losing battle. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, see, all we're gonna do is just mash in those basic silhouettes and we're done with that when we actually render this. She got that Pippi Longstocking hair. Well, no, not Pippi Longstocking. Pippi Longstocking braided her hair. This is more like Red Fraggle. You know, she had like that wild, untamed hair. These are silhouettes here. Boy, they really put a lot of people in some strange angles in here. I remember it being a good movie. Is this her hair? Although it was a long time ago, so I don't remember a lot about it. What is this extra stuff? Oh, this extra person over here. I can't even tell what this is right now. Oh, it's his knees. This kid, he's like, I don't know, jumping. I guess these are sticks. Alright, here we go. He's a drummer. I had to look at my my reference to tell what these things are. Stupid drummer. At least he's wearing a good brand of shoes. That must be a thing back here too. There's another kid sneaking in. There's a mess of stuff here that is indiscernible from the rest of it. He has some sort of gogglage on his face. His face is completely indiscernible. He has like a white jacket or something like that. Okay. Now we can see a little more clearly what we're doing. These things make a little bit more sense. But we're not going to see anything other than a mishmash of people. Oh, foot. Okay. We need vectors on this poster. Shula of Pop. Oh, that's the one you did the other day, right? I must have completely forgotten that. Isn't that what you said before? That was like your yesterday suggestion. I completely, that had slipped my mind. Don't do that. Frame. Great. Why doesn't it work? Okay, now we have more problems. It's visible. Why don't you make a line? It's weird. Why isn't it making marks? I have the color set. There. Why wasn't it making lines a minute ago? Man, I hate mystery problems. I just cannot stand it. See, this is wrong. These are all wrong. This shouldn't even... What is this? There. Is there something else on here on this page that didn't... Also, I don't think that's the... Well, maybe it is. We'll change these later. So, anyway, I'm back to talking about my sewing machine. I don't know, it's probably a good thing that the more expensive one turned out to be less reliable. Saved me like $400. Precious. Oh, you know, okay. In my mind, I thought of the band Tenacious D, and I thought Precious D. Oh, what was that? Oh, it says still have vectors on. But why does it still give me this? Because I have this same tool on. Okay, what do you look like? Okay. That's good as it is. Okay, now we can render Frank for the last 45 minutes of the stream. I have wasted too much time on my software issues. Hey Strider, welcome in. Okay, where do I have him at? I think it's kind of close. The face isn't really what I would like. However, am I not on the right? Still on the sketch. It's like I cannot possibly work on the right layer. The color picker doesn't work. It worked before. Why is it now not working? Why does this not work anymore? It should drive me crazy. There. Why is it doing this? Now it just does it whenever it wants. It's intermittent now. Yeah, it's doing it again. So now we're just doing it constantly. Why is it doing this to me? And then it doesn't go to the other tool. Because it keeps taking me outside the thing. Yeah, it's still messed up. You try to fix its problem and it makes more problems. I don't want to do this. I don't want to set it back to this. This is what causes the problem. I really don't want to do this. At least it's back. But with the same annoyance that if I press it and don't touch the canvas, then it highlights up here and then opens up menus when I don't want it to. I don't know how to make it better. This needs to be darker. These need to be brighter. Oh, we need to have stitches. Maybe across. Maybe hide into his hair, maybe. Does he go across this way? Thank you, Strider. Hope you're doing well today. It should probably be less dark. Okay. Oh, he's got this, the hair comes off the sides, like this. They come off in like streaky stuff. I don't know if this is gonna work at all. I don't like it. They say it's gonna take longer than I thought. Wrong-sided and Frankenstein's eyed. Oh well, this is he's here. There we go. These are the little posters that we came up with that they're in his room. School of Rock, or Ghoul of Rock. Like gaming posters. That one's not a gaming poster, but there you go. Just meme game posters. He's a teenage Frankenstein. How about we do... I don't really know. Actually, I'm getting kind of worried about this one. Well, have a good day, Strider, or night. Thank you for hanging out. I've never had to draw Frankenstein here before. What is it with that? There. Just has this little ledge. Kind of enhance that a little bit. A little bit of a shine, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Took me a second to figure that out. Also, I wonder if I should, because he's a teenage Frankenstein. Kind of wondering if I should give him pimples. Give him some temples here. Give him a bit of a brow ridge. It will not be much. Let's grab that. He doesn't have eyebrows.
Refraction P6X2 asked me, what kind of meal would you recommend for Frankenstein's monster while he's gaming? While Frankenstein's monster is busy gaming, he'd need something hearty and nutritious to keep his energy up. I'd say a big platter of loaded nachos with all the fixings. Cheese, jalapenos, guacamole, and maybe a sprinkle of crispy bacon bits. Throw in a side of spicy wings for that extra kick, and he's guaranteed to keep fragging those enemies all night long. Just make sure he doesn't spill anything on his keyboard. Bye!
Well, there you go. Oh yeah. Did you say jalapeno? How do you even mess up jalapeno? And now the brush is too strong. There we go. He's got some complicated shadows for some weird reason. At least shadows I can't seem to deal with. Yeah, why is this spraying so hard? Like this one in particular. Oh, that was off. Holy crap, like wow. I'm just struggling on this brush. Thinking, what is going on with this thing? I do this all the time. It's usually the opacity is off or on one of the tools. I just keep messing with it going, why is this too much? It's just too much. This brush is too much. Yeah, that's gonna be complicated to do that ridge. I'm feeling pretty bad about it right now. It's looking pretty disgusting. Sometimes the airbrush does not spread the paint as much as I would like. It's a fairly inaccurate drawing too. Trying to see what some of the things that are wrong with it though. Let's do this. Try a darker shadow. There is part that comes out here. Man, these things become such a mess. During this process. Should there be anything? No. Is it doing anything? It's just gonna take a lot of brightness. Well, it should be a little more gray than that. Alright, I think this is ruined. Go back. It should be darker, probably. Now we'll use the airbrush. see if I can make that a little smoother. Yeah, it's kind of getting there. This is sort of a difficult phase for me, I guess. His mouth is sort of openish, but he's just so sort of dark, so it's hard to see that his bottom lip is even catching any light. Oh, oh my god. That made me jump. It should be, like, OBS should be, OBS Studio, there, Discord should be muted, but yet it sends itself to 100% every single day. It stopped doing that for a long time, and then there was an update that just made it force 100% volume constantly. Every time it boots up. What are we looking at here? If you were an animal and a color, what would you want to be? I assume frog, but wanted to be certain. No, that one came through this sound system. The other one is the laptop. And it blasts through the laptop at full volume. And you'll be able to hear it on the mic here, but this one was through the system. If I were an animal and a color, what would I want to be? Like an actual, like for real. I don't know if I'd want to be a frog. They have to eat live stuff. I don't really want to eat living things. I don't want to just eat something alive and let it struggle to death in my stomach. Frogs are some kind of creepy. It takes something special to be a frog. But I also wonder the same thing about alligators. If they're creeped out by being an alligator. Like, wouldn't you be like, wow, this is gross. What am I doing? You know, like you're underwater, death rolling a pig in the dark muck with a struggling, dying animal in your jaws. Don't you stop and go, wow, this is gross. Like, I'm an alligator. This is nasty. Or are they just fine with it? I'd be creeped out. Okay, so what would I be if I were an animal and a color? Well, it all depends. Like, I would probably choose cat because my personality is very cat-like. I'm a cat who loves dogs, basically. And they just sit around, do nothing, and people take care of them. I mean, dogs too, but usually people make dogs do things. And people are, you know, far more abusive to dogs than they are cats. Which is unfair. They shouldn't be abusive to anything, but if you're a dog, someone could force you to work or guard their idiotic crap with your life, or beat you to death if you know, do it wrong, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I'd probably choose cat, because then at least my owner would worship me for doing jack shit. However, I wouldn't mind being a frog. I would be content if I were a frog. Sitting on my tank. I wouldn't have anywhere to move. But if I'm a frog, I probably am okay with just sitting there. Most frogs are totally fine without any interaction or... Like, some frogs are just fine just sitting in a, you know, a given space. Like those gigantic frogs, the Pac-Man frogs, you'd think those things would not want to... They need some room. Nope. They are comfortable sitting in something just big enough to hold them. Because all they do is sit there and eat and poop. I guess I could do that. You know those glass frogs can live like a good 11 years or more, just because they have such good camouflage. I could choose that. Ooh, or a flying frog. That would be awesome. But I don't know if I have the guts to jump out of trees like that. I'd be kind of scared to do that. Let's go darker. There. Always at the end of the stream am I actually making some progress. It's like, I don't know. My streams are always an exercise in frustration. And then finally getting something done at the end. How about that? Wow, that one was not prepared for that one. Should probably use this brush. It's a little bit more aggressive. We did something like that back here. There. Man, he's gonna need so much more work. That's fine. That's what we're here for. I just don't like not getting stuff done. All right. I don't know. His face is not going to have a lot of detail. Yeah, it's not bad. Why is it still choosing that? There. Sometimes the shade isn't quite as dark as I want it, or it's like the wrong color. Hey, Arpeggiatura. Your name completely messes me up. Just so you know that. In case I haven't said. Arpeggiatura. No, it's because it's, well, that's right. It's Appoggiatura. Well, that's why. See, that's why it's messed up, because you got it from someone who also didn't know the name. And he made up a word, and you used that word. And so my brain is so close because of the fact that he said a word that he didn't know the real word for it, that it just sits on top of it in my brain. I'm like, no, it's not arpeggiatura, it's appoggiatura. So every time I think it, I have to like rethink it every time. Appoggiatura. And appoggiatura looks like a grace note, and in older music people often mistake it for grace notes, and they do that in Mozart's music, which royally pisses me off, because Mozart did not write grace notes, because grace notes did not really get used or even appear in music in his day, except maybe in the late period of his life when he was already sick and pretty much dead. Also, Mozart was a freak about timing in his music, and he would have never used something that didn't have a time value, you know? Now, grace notes do not have a time value. You crush them or smash them together. So you got a regular note. Okay? And then ahead of it, you've got this little tiny baby note. Okay? In front of it. That would be a grace note. Right? That would be a grace note. Well, no, that would be an appoggiatura, actually. Because grace notes have a little slash or a little scoop through it. If you've ever seen that little symbol... Sorry, it's my thing messing up on me, of course. It's not enough. Why did it do that? Oh, it switched to the smudge. Why is it doing that? Why is my software screwing with me all the time? It has to have a little sweep through it. That's a grace note. That's bruh bruh. It's like quick. You smash them together or mash them or slur them together, right? But an appoggiatura does not have that. An appoggiatura is not a grace note. It has a time value. Appoggiatura takes half the beat of the note ahead of it or after it, and when it's against a dotted note, it takes 2/3 of the beat. Two-thirds, and then the last third. Da da bum 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 bum, like that. And it is incredibly frustrating to try and deal with someone who's playing grace notes when they're supposed to be playing appoggiaturas, and they're just, even like, this is what really kills me. Professional pianists play it like this. Professionals screw this up every single time. In fact, only once in my life did I ever hear a man actually play a piece correctly by Mozart that involved appoggiaturas, and he didn't play them like grace notes. The only time ever. No, an arpeggio specifically is a chord played one note at a time. And there's, yeah, and an arpeggiatura is not a real thing. A YouTube short, nice. I've done a couple, but I didn't put any music with them. Also, YouTube has been telling me about a new thing. I don't know if did they tell you too? You probably have it in your dashboard, where the little suggestion thing on the side, like on the right hand side of stuff they want you to know about. They have like a new thing. I'm gonna look at it. A thing where you can make clips during your stream and turn them into shorts. So hopefully it's, you know, a decent tool, and then I can actually get a couple of shorts made. Which that's good. That reminds me, there's no audio. The thing is, I need to find some audio because my stuff is just these. You know, the exports of my where is it? Remember, I used to do those recordings. Pressure, no. Import. Time lapse. Record time lapse. There. Export time. I always have record time lapse on. It takes like still frames of this and then it knits them together in like a little 8-minute to 1-minute video showing my stuff, showing my work. And I can export the time lapse as an MP4. It's joined up with, it's like mixed into the save file for this, and then you export it as an MP4. And that's what I would play. But who wants to watch that for a minute without at least some music? But I also hate editing, so I didn't really want to screw with putting music in it. I did it a couple times, like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Almost made a clip of a video. Oh yeah. You do. I mean, look, if you use some other thing, like I did DaVinci Resolve, you have to kind of finagle the ratio and redo it with the video footage that you have. It'd be nice if it would auto center. I would love that. But it's a nice little feature. Although you have to have record time lapse on first before you do anything. But that does remind me, I need to look into that after the stream today. So I can see what that tool is that they're talking about. Hopefully they make it a little bit easier for me to actually do stuff. Because if they would just have like a quicker editor or something there, I'd probably be happy. Making decisions about this collar and there. This is going to be going in the wrong direction. Well, I don't want it to be completely symmetrical. Which, there's no risk of that. There. The problem is this collar comes down at a different angle from this side. But I think it'll be fine. I wonder if the clips you could make work as shorts, but they probably... Well, you put them in there as shorts. Like it's the thing that I'm talking about. They're talking about doing a clip and then make it a short, like during your live stream or something. I don't know. Are you talking about this centering thing? Look, Siler has something like that, but he uses like some other thing. to give him a second overlay. So he uses two overlays. He has two YouTube overlays. One of his overlays does the camera thing, like the, I don't know what they call it, the camera style or the phone style format, and then it has a thing that follows the camera or follows your cursor. So the camera follows your cursor, and it, you know, so you could have like a small box and it just moves it around inside that space, I guess. I don't know. It's just on my VOD and saw a YouTube clip for, well, that is, I guess, what I was talking about. I don't know. I haven't even gone there to look at it yet. Anyway, I think there's a couple things getting mixed up together. Wait, you're supposed to be able to do it while you're live or something. But I don't know, I'll have to look at it. They say a lot of things. I tend to ignore them because usually it's not anything important. Neck bolts are getting big. And just now. Of your VOD. Oh, you made a clip of one of your VODs? Or the one that you just did? Is that the new thing? I am gonna go look at it. Wow, his nose is so big. But my reference, his nose is pretty damn big. I don't know. His nose is off. Welcome to the next, to the rest of this month. Fussing with his face. Until people start to send death threats. I don't know. It was like a couple of days ago. Like yesterday or today. It was yesterday's stream or today's stream. I'm wanting to say like yesterday's stream when I was starting. You know, when you have to set up the dashboard. There was that little deal on the right before I hit the go live and started setting up the dashboard. It was just right there in the little suggested thing box. So a couple days maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna go look at it. Maybe that'll help me make some quick videos. School of Rock is readable too, which there you go. And we needed a poster for that side. It was going to be a calendar, but now it's School of Rock. Whoa. I'm not feeling the woo. I feel like I feel like I wasted people's time today. But I do appreciate that people came by to hang out with me. And I do appreciate that you tolerate my rants without judgment. I appreciate that. They're always temporary. Except for the software problems, which are permanent. We'll figure out what to do with the glass orb. I'll try to find some more references for that. I don't know what else to put in the room. Maybe, well, who's gonna have the vending machine thing? There. We'll have that, but maybe a couch or a bed. It's pretty sparse. Pretty sparse. Okay. that is it for us today. It's it for us for the week. We will be back next Friday.